Good morning all. Yes, sir. Welcome. New week. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hope you all well. Just making sure I'm all systems go here. It looks so good. And yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, we'll do the analysis now. We got everyone in here. Jiggy in the chat. Morning to everyone. Nice. All right. So yeah, let's get straight into the analysis. Let's have a look at the calendar first here. And yeah, it's Eid soon, right? So for all the people who celebrate Eid, we will say Eid Mubarak closer to the time. And thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Here we go. So this week, Monday, pretty clean to be honest. Nothing crazy. Yeah, clean day. Tuesday, clean day. A bit of USD news later. Wednesday, GBP news. Bailey speaks. Okay, Wednesday important day for sure. Yeah, Wednesday is gonna be an important day. In the afternoon, we will have Bailey speaking and Bank of Japan speaking. Oh my God, this is gonna be this is gonna be interesting, right? Bank of Japan speaking, and we're seeing Bailey speak. So GJ, our pair is being here, two people speaking. So we'll see maybe contradicting statements, and it might bring so much volume on that day. So big red alert on Wednesday. That's a day where we'll have to watch, right? And we'll have to be careful on that day to make sure that what we're doing is conducive to this news here. Otherwise, Thursday looks pretty clean. A bit of Euro news. That's all day though, so not really a problem. And Friday also clean. So not too much here on the news side. As for the price side, which is more important, let's start off with our analysis as always. We do have the monthly close coming this week, so this is definitely going to be an interesting monthly close, as you can see. So 4 days till this monthly candle close, and what a monthly candle, right? Bringing us up to this monthly resistance eventually, maybe 186. And I don't know how big the monthly pullback is going to be, but yeah, this is a big candle here. And what a move from these lows, right? What a move. It's incredible to see this. And you know, who knows, maybe in the next 2 years, you know, we're so used to buying GJ, maybe in the next 2 years we start getting used to selling GJ. It's super interesting. Ideally, you know, it would be nice to see long term, I'm talking about long term, for us to pull back deeply so that we have so much space to continue buying price all the way up to 195 eventually, long term. But for the weekly close here, weekly did end up closing bullish, but this is the first sign of a bit of loss of momentum. But it doesn't mean much until we start breaking the weekly low. This could just be a small pause and then we continue. If we're looking at weekly targets here, on the week, it looks like we are going to head up potentially to 184. Here is going to be a weekly target. Yeah, around 184. If we, yeah, so 184 is a weekly target. Keep that number in the back of your mind. Daily time frame as well. If we scroll back on the daily here, what do we have? Yeah, so where we are just now is a resistance, 183. So 183 resistance, and then next is, yep, 184, 200, right? So basically, again, from key level to key level, that seems to be the trend, what we're doing here, key level to key level. Our major resistance is going to be this monthly resistance here, which I am going to mark on the chart, which is going to be up here, and that's 186. And that's going to be monthly resistance, right? And yep, let's have a look. Seems like news is not good for your strategy. News is not good for anyone's strategy. News is what messes you up. Do you know anyone who makes money directly off predicting news? No. People get in positions before news and then expect news to go in a certain direction, or they use news to their advantage. But if you take positions right when news comes out, spreads are higher, liquidity is pulled from the brokerage, right? Liquidity providers pull their liquidity because they need to hedge their positions when news comes out. So it's not ideal to trade news. It's good to get in news before the position, but that's something a bit more advanced, and it is something I do. But you know, that's what I'm saying. We need to keep an eye on it so we can either use that to our advantage, or we can avoid potential being in such a profitable position. Maybe we're up, you know, holding runners for 50 to 100 pips, and then news comes out and it comes straight back to break even, and you've just lost all your profit because you didn't know news was on that day. That's why I'm explaining news is a day where we have to look to make sure that we understand what's going on that day, because otherwise you'll just possibly lose money if you don't understand. It's also important to understand what the economic conditions are going to be, what they're expecting to say. This can all influence how price moves this week, right? So this is why I highlighted that day, not because of the strategy. Strategy is based on day-to-day basis. So daily time frame, on the other hand, here has not created a resistance just yet. If this daily candle closes bearish, we will create a resistance. 4-hour time frame has created a resistance. This is our 4-hour resistance up here, right, which is also where my yellow line is, so I don't need to draw that. That is the daily flip. Yeah, 1-hour resistance is also there. Oh no, I'm chill, bro. You know me. You've been on the streams for a while, brother. You've been on the streams. You know how I am. Straight and frank, right? That's me. Frank and straight to the point. We do have a 1-hour resistance here, right? But I think this 1-hour resistance is going to be... yeah, I think this 1-hour resistance is going to be ran through with... Oh no, never mind. It lines up with everything. So yeah, as for this daily resistance here, is it still relevant? No, it's not relevant anymore. We can remove that. Yeah, 4-hour. We have a support down here. Let me just draw this and just see what this looks like when we go in lower time frames. So this is our 4-hour support. Then we pull down to this random line that I don't know why is that on the chart. Is it relevant still? Yeah, it's just this area here. So this is our 4-hour support, which we can leave on the chart. Yep. And then that's the bottom of our zone, 15-minute here, which is also fine. And yeah, so that's basically our markup here. Very simple today. Previous daily candles bullish. We are consolidating at the top of the range here. For us to continue up today, we need to break above these highs. And I think preferably I want to see us get above 183 here for buys. But potentially if we remain in this range and I can see some volume come in, I can look to take buys from the bottom of the range. That can also be because this range here is very tradable. 40 pip range. Let's see from here, how much is it? 33 pip range. So yeah, it is a tradable range. So let's see how it develops inside of here. And I do think basically we can be able to take buys even potentially from the bottom of the range. Selling today, selling is a little bit tough. I need to see a very strong 4-hour candle close, then only I can entertain sells. If we do start breaking down heavy, potential sells below this 182.260, I think that would be breaking back into this range. We would see resistance below, which will then give me a counter trend opportunity that will bring price maybe back to this range, and we remain in this type of range. So we kind of have one range here. We broke out, now we're holding above it. So if we fail to hold above it and get back into it, that's where our sells are going to come back to the bottom of the range, and then maybe we buy again. But if we keep holding here, then we can expect the continuation, right, until we break out. So that's why buying from the lows here is okay. Selling in here is a no. This is where the people get messed up with the fake outs, the liquidity grabs in this area, because it's too early to sell, right? So 15 wins this month since you started streaming on YouTube. No, since we started making the stream record, which I think was last month, right? So not beginning of last month, I think 10-15 days into last month we started the stream record. And yeah, these are only the trades taken on stream. So yeah. Do you normally trade 5-minute for precision entries? No, I use the confirmation on 15 and etc. But I use the 5-minute to get better entries, or to look when to enter, basically. Just like to avoid drawdown, I just watch it and enter on the 5 sometimes. But the confirmations don't come from the 5. Right, it came from the other time frames closing. So that's GJ analysis, pretty clean. Let's have a look at what gold has done. Weekly time frame here on gold is still closing. I like this weekly close, back inside the range, no bottom wick. At any time this can flip, fill the wick and continue down. But once we go on the daily time frame, we found the daily has created support here. So until daily creates resistance, then there's no continuation down on the daily time frame. But of course, that's a whole day we have to wait for that. So we can go down to the 4-hour time frame here. And yeah, if this 4-hour time frame continues to create resistance up here, there's potential to find sells. But for now, we're kind of at the top of the range. So buying here is not a good idea for sure. If you're going to buy price, I think buys really start to make sense above 1940, to be honest. But that's a long time away. For today, you know, you could argue buying above this resistance here makes sense, you know, but I rather not. I think sells below 1923 will be good. 1923 sells would be an option here. Buying above here is just very close to this 4-hour resistance up here. But you could trade to this. How big is this range? Yeah, 17 pips. It's not really worth it on gold, 17 pips. So you probably need to get above. And that 4-hour resistance is going to be here like this. Right, so 4R. Right, and then the 15-minute zone is going to look like this. So you probably want to get above this 4-hour resistance, and then any support above this 4-hour resistance, that's where you can trade towards the upside, right? So I think that will be pretty clean if you see that. And of course, sells below here also do make sense. So that's basically gold. That's the analysis. That's the markups for this week. And now we just wait for our setups and see if we get an entry. You know, that's the plan. We follow the plan. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know the drill, right? You know the drill. Leave a like. I do appreciate all likes. About 105 of us. Appreciate you guys showing up early. If we can get this up to at least 70 likes, I would appreciate that. Yeah, Kadabra, I know, brother. Don't worry about it. I just thought I didn't read who was saying it. Because it's like, seems like news is not good for your strategy. So I was like, oh, who's this now? But then I read your name after that. So I didn't know it was you. But you know what I'm like. Do you consider high time frame level behind the LTA as a zone? Not always, right? I only consider it behind the LTA if it's the most recent. If it's not the most recent, then it doesn't matter. That's an old zone, right? That's an old zone and that doesn't matter. Could you talk about the Tradesharpe session indicator on gold? It has picked out a bullish bias. Yeah, reason it's picked out a bullish bias is actually previous 4-hour close bearish, so it shouldn't be showing bullish bias. Yeah, it's showing mixed. Yeah, so it is not showing bullish bias. Maybe different broker. Yeah, so on different broker, the previous 4-hour has closed bullish here. So if previous 4-hour has closed bullish, then yeah, it makes sense for buys. So because previous daily, previous 4 hours closing bullish, that's why it's showing bullish. But on this broker, it's not. But again, the buys are coming from the same place anyways. The best buys are going to come above the 4-hour resistance. Or if you're going to take it an early position, you have to take it basically, I mean, how big is this range? You're basically looking now, it's only 10 pips, right? And your stop loss is pretty big. And to trade from here to here, I don't really think it's worth it. 9 pips. I mean, you could take above here, get to this resistance and at 9 pips go break even, but that's small on gold, right? 9 pips is small on gold, so you'll have to see, you'll have to make a decision. But I think the best is above 1929. Yeah, is the best. What do you think about GJ? Just been analyzing it all morning. First 10 minutes of the stream we were analyzing GJ, but we think it's basically more bullish than bearish in this positioning. We have options to buy from the bottom of the range to the top. If selling, it's only going to be below this resistance here at 182, 260. And yeah, buys either from the bottom of the range or we wait for a breakout. Monday is always very scary. It's not scary. It's just, you know, it's a first day back. You know, need to see what time the market's moving. Hope that there's volume. Because if you've seen volume yesterday, you can expect volume the next day. It just makes sense because you've seen volume in the market. So Monday is always a day where it's like, you know, is there going to be good pushes, good volume, blah, 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 blah. Why buys? I would recommend while watching this stream, right click the stream, press duplicate tab, and rewind to the first 7 minutes of the stream. I explain in depth why we're bullish. The reason why buys is look at the daily. Does this look bearish? Does that previous weekly look bearish? Does the monthly look bearish? Does the 4-hour look bearish? Look how weak those 4-hour candle closes are. Very weak closes. So we're not ready to sell just yet, right? Everyone who's been trying to sell GJ in the last month, how's that gone? Not really well, right? So why should we say, okay, now makes sense to sell? Let the chart show us that sells make sense. When the chart shows us sells make sense, we'll take them. And that's how it works. Clean and simple. Hoping London Open brings some volume. Yeah, hopefully we'll see what ends up happening. Can you explain why buys? I just said that. Your average win rate around 80%, I would say average. What's up, bro? Appreciate the donation, brother. I like the idea of buying at the bottom of the range. Yeah, man, can work. Where are you looking for sells or buys? As I said, above the range, bottom of the range. Depends, man. Close below the range. Selling in here? Not a good idea, man. This is where you get all of your rejections. So if you're gonna sell, you probably need, this is like the 4-hour lows in this area, right? This is where the 4-hour lows. So if you're gonna sell, you need these lows to break. And then once they break, if you're gonna get fake outs, they're gonna come in this zone. This is where everything's gonna fake out. So if you're gonna sell, you need to probably get back into this whole range. And once you get back into this range, by then we would have broke the low, created some form of resistance. And that's what's gonna give you the move towards the downside. Yeah, buying at the bottom of the range ideal, but again, we need volume for that to happen. I'd rather see something like this happen. You know, nice wick come down to the downside, support formed, pulls back, and then we break the high. Right? You have this to target, you have that to target. Very easy. Buys from the bottom of the range always work, 100% win rate. With analysis, yeah, I think it's pretty high win rate. The problem is where does a stray wick land, right? If a wick lands here, if a wick lands here. So just buying at the bottom of the range without confirmation, you're asking for a slap eventually. Do you follow Raja's concept? Seem like your strategy is simple. Raja trades price action. Any price action trader you speak to is going to have similarities in their strategy. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym, and I say this all the time, and you see someone doing a bench press, and then you go do a bench press, are you copying him or is he copying you? That's the question, right? So at the end of the day, you're going to see similarities, but there's a lot of differences. Price action traders should be trading the same way. If they're not, and everyone's trading different ways, it's why everyone's failing in this industry. Right? So price action traders should trade similarly, but there's a lot of differences. Raja, I think he trades more impulsively. Yeah, it's a little bit different than the way I trade, but we both trade price action. So that's made it simple. I remember that week when you took 3 buys from the bottom of the range using the same setup. It was a big range. Oh yeah, that time. I remember that. That was all the way back down here. That was super clean. Yeah, that was fun. But that was a really good range. That was before this massive breakout. This range. 1. Then there was 1 here. Yeah, this was easy. Then we got the breakout. Now my charts are lagged. Come back. How do I get my charts back? Damn, this really got messed up. Lol, what happened? Reload them? Yeah, probably. Thank you, Crest. Yeah, I was pressing the reset chart button at the bottom. I was pressing that button and it wasn't working. Your session bias is mixed, brother. If so, then what is your zone for selling and buying? Just because it's a mixed session doesn't mean you should buy and sell, right? Look at this. Tradesharpe. Let's go see. Let's try Tradesharpe. Go there. Let that load. So I'd recommend you spend some time and you just watch this video talking specifically about mixed sessions, right? Because mixed sessions, there's a certain way you have to trade it. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the video from yesterday, definitely check it out. This is a really good video here. Speaks about a lot. And mixed session. This one, mixed session bias. 9-minute video explains everything you need to know about mixed session bias, right? That's why I made it. And I think it would drastically help you. Right? It will drastically help you if you have a look at that. And yeah. So mixed session bias does sometimes mean you can buy and sell, but doesn't always mean you can buy and sell. Sometimes you can have a primary bias, but then also a secondary option, right? In case your primary bias is not working out. Also remember, today is the giveaway. So we will be announcing the giveaway winner. See how many entries we've got. 191 have participated. So this will automatically do it. So this is what we like, right? This is what we like. Last time it's a bit hard to manually do it. Or this bot will do everything, so it should be good. Should be nice and easy. Make sure you are following my Instagram, right? So be sure you're following my Instagram. Otherwise, it will be given to someone else. Bro, I don't have you. I don't have Insta. It's for Discord. Yeah, if you don't have Insta, it's fine. Then I'll make an exception. It's just for the people who have Instagram. because I post a lot of updates on there. It's easy to post updates on Instagram. You know this song? This is just a... It's called Trumpet Man. That's the song. So, if you know it. It is for Discord. It is. If you don't have Insta, I mean, I'm assuming most people have Instagram. So if they haven't followed me, I'm just trying to encourage people to follow me because I'm posting a lot of value on there, right? No, it's automatically generated. It's automatically generated on Discord. So Discord bot will handle it, and Discord will choose the winner. If you're not following me on Instagram because you don't have Instagram, then it's a different story. I'll be announcing the winner on Discord. That's why everyone who joined on Discord is gonna... That's how the winner is selected. Winner selected is not gonna be selected through Instagram. Yeah, if you guys don't use it, don't worry, relax. But the people who use it should be following me anyways because of the value I'm posting on there. Why wouldn't you use a resource that is there for free, right? What if I'm not in Discord? Then you can't join, right? If you're not in just Discord, you can't join the giveaway. Simple as that. Cost of your mentorship or Signal chat? I don't have a Signal chat. All products. So if anyone is DMing you in Discord or DMing you privately telling you that to join my signals, to join blah blah blah, I don't sell signals. The only services that I provide are on my website, right? And my website is very easy. It's www.tradesharpe.com, right? So you guys can have a look at that, right? That is the only website that I have. Right? So the Tradesharpe website has, exclusive content. This is content that people normally charge for, but I give it for free, like free webinars and stuff. Also, in 7 days, the private community launches, so you guys can have a look at that. So that will be done next week. So this is pretty big launch of that. So that's the only thing. Anyone else trying to sell you anything? It's not me. Please don't be scammed. What's my secret indicator? Which secret indicator? Where did you see a secret indicator? Yes, there is a gap on the 4 hour. There is a gap on the 4 hour indeed. And when we have a gap like this, it's already been filled. So there is a saying that most gaps are filled, which is true. Most gaps are filled, but doesn't mean it has to be filled in the same day. So if we started heading down here, right, if we started heading down and this gap wasn't filled, doesn't mean you should try buy all day for this gap to be filled. Maybe today we can take sells and tomorrow it gets filled. So if there's a gap here, doesn't matter because it's been filled. So this is just our range. So our plan is anyways buying from the bottom of the range. This still is our support down here, right? This still becomes our support and this still becomes our resistance. So nothing changes with that. And if there's an opportunity to buy, we will take buys. Four hours different on IC markets? I'll have a look now. Yeah, it's the same. It's not. It just has that one bearish candle close. I know what you mean, but it's not too. It looks similar to this one, man. It looks the same as this. So don't worry too much about that. We're in a range, right? This is a clear range. And yeah. When will the giveaway be announced? What time is it? In 30 minutes. Giveaway will be announced in 30 minutes. Do I smoke? No, I don't smoke, brother. I don't smoke. Don't smoke, don't drink. Nothing. Can you check gold? Some people think that gold is going to go up. Do I stream New York? No, I don't stream New York. Yeah, we looked at gold in the morning here, and this is a 4-hour resistance. You can't just ignore the 4-hour resistance here. Even though it looks good, and you have this nice clean area to trade in, you can't ignore the 4-hour resistance. Right? You can't ignore it. So you need to get above that. So once we get above that, then we can entertain buys here on gold. Lol, what a question. Yeah, I know. Valentino Rossi or Marc Marquez? I don't know. Probably Valentino Rossi. It's haram? Yes, in Islam it is haram. If you guys enjoying the stream, you know, do the YouTube business. Leave a like. I do appreciate it. On private Discord, are you going to stream gold for New York on Tuesdays? Yeah, if people are around, I can do that indeed. If I'm at the charts, I will. Hello all, giveaway competitor, I'm going to win it. I like that. Manifesting it, manifesting it. There's Tradesharpe trading and Tradesharpe. Which one is the real one? Tradesharpe is the real one. Tradesharpe trading is my backup. But the real one is Tradesharpe, right? Just Tradesharpe. Tradesharpe by itself. Very simple. The range between 1928 and the 4-hour resistance is 40 pips. I don't know what you're measuring, brother. 1928 to the 4-hour resistance is 9 pips. Or 10. 9 to 10 pips. Actually 9. From here to here is 9 pips, my friend. Above here, from 1929, then you have a 60 pip range. So put an alert in case something interesting starts happening here. Because if GJ is gonna not do anything, then we'll have to trade gold. Right, so if gold starts doing some interesting things, then we can have a look at it. So we'll put alert here in case some interesting things happen. Looking for sell on gold, what's your confirmation? Below 1923, I think will be good. Depends, yeah, 1923 selling in this chop. Bad idea, below 1923. I think that'll give you a good shot to 1921, nice 30 pip range. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me check my broker. I see what you mean. I'll have to check on my broker. Whatever my broker shows is the one we're going to use today. Alright, that's how it works. So if my broker shows the 4-hour looks like this, then I'm going to use this. Yeah, on my broker, the 4-hour is just here. There's actually a gap to the downside on the broker. There's a gap here, so that's bad. On my broker, there's a gap on gold towards the downside. This is a gap. This candle here is a gap. So, yeah, this is what I mean. It's not always the best. So always check your broker. So, yeah, 1929 is where buys will have to be. Otherwise, sells is going to be selling into that gap. Yeah, look. So this is the brokerage here. We go to gold. Look at the 4-hour time frame. All right. So if we look at the 4-hour, there's this gap here, right? So you see the gap. So this is a gap that we need to watch, right? So there's a gap, but the 4-hour resistance is not 40 pips away, right? It's just here. 1929, 19 something like this, right? So then when we go to the 15-minute time frame on your broker, this is why you have to always use a brokerage here, right? And you go see on the broker what that is showing, right? This gap here. There's a gap here on GJ. So yeah. My broker giving me signals to trade and the signals is selling GJ. Man, that's not. Don't take your broker's signals, please. They're trying to make you lose money. That's dirty game. This is what signal providers do. You have some signal providers who take their brokers, who provide signals, sell you for their signal group, and then they sell you for their signal group. They take the broker's signals, right? The broker gives the signal provider signals that they put in their group, and then they make money on the affiliates that join up to that brokerage, and the broker sends losing trades so that they make money. Dirty game. I have a long question about traders management. I don't know if you feel good to answer it today or should leave it for another day. Go ahead, ask it, brother. Go ahead, ask it. Are you six-figure trader already? I don't put 6 figures in my account because I don't want to have 6 figures online in an offshore broker account. I normally trade with max around $50,000, which is enough for me to risk. As I said, I risk personally per trade. I'm not someone who risks $10,000-$15,000 per trade. I'm happy risking $1,000, $1,500 because that's where I'm comfortable. So if I can risk that much per trade, I don't need to have $100,000 in my trading account. Right? So you don't need $100,000 in your trading account if you're only risking that much, right? Because risking 1,500, 1,000 is 2-3%. I can really risk 4% if I wanted to. It's not a big deal. Can we send the chart? Yeah, just send the X code. Make sure to have a look at the X code and send the X code only. AUD USD for Crest. Crest wants to have a look at AUD USD. I forgot about it. Just have a look at it for now. So weekly has closed bearish here. If you break the low, that's where you see the continuation. Daily, same story. 4-hour time frame. Consolidating at the moment. 4-hour close below here. I do think you get the continuation to fill this range. Counter trend buys today could be an option above 0.669. Selling, again, we need to get below this range here. That's where your sells will come. Simple. Simple plan today. You have a question? I just answered that question above that one. EJ and GJ, same chart? No. So do I calculate it by stop loss X margin required and dollar needed? No, I just calculate it like, let's take a simple calculation, $10,000. right? That's your account size, $10,000. Max risk, 3%. So 3% of $10,000 equals 300, right? So if 300 is your max risk, then, and your average stop loss, let's say your average stop loss is 15 pips. If your average stop loss is 15 to 20 pips, so let's just say 15 pips is your average stop loss, you can use around a 1.5 lot, right? Actually, no, not 1.5 lot. You can use a 2 lot, sorry. That's my bad. You can use a 2 lot, right? If average stop loss is 15 pips, and that you will not be risking more than that, right? And if on the day your stop loss is 20 pips, you can either reduce this to like 1.8, or what you can do is you can just adjust this and allow yourself to increase maybe to 3.5%. It's not a big deal. Wrote the question on the Discord group. Yeah, not enough volume I'm seeing at the moment. We need to see some more volume in here before I'm comfortable taking buys from the bottom of the range. Let's have a look at the question. How can we manage our trades on set of 1, 2, 3 losses, which I mean should go to manage. This is the same time. M3 and for example. Cool. Simple question this actually. This is something that needs to be individually taught. Very hard to explain it to everyone because it's what your eyes see, right? It's all based on what your eyes can see. The number one rule is you have to keep asking yourself, the best way to manage a trade is not to manage it, right? Because that's the whole plan you set out with. But once you get better, right? Once you get better, what ends up happening is that you are able to identify when a trade starts not to make sense. So whenever you're taking a trade and it's going in drawdown, you have to ask yourself, right? Does the trade still make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then only then you can look to manage it. So if we took a buy above this range here, looking for price to continue up, but now we have 2 bearish candles closing bearish and our stop loss is down here, maybe I should just close here, right? Instead of waiting for it to hit my stop loss 5 pips below, right? So 5 pips below, I can save on 5 pips. And over time, 5 pips plus 5 pips plus 5 pips, you know, over a year, you could be saving easily 50 pips, right? And 50 pips on a 10 lot, you know, you're saving yourself a good amount, right? You're saving yourself 5 grand over, you know, even a month, you're saving yourself 5 grand, right? Because 5 times 10 is 50, right? So just over 10 trades, you're saving yourself 5 grand. But if you do it wrong, you're losing all your profits because what you do is you close the trade too early and then the trade ends up losing, right? And not losing, it ends up winning, sorry. So if that's the case, then you might as well not manage it. Managing is the last thing you need to do. The main thing you need to focus is not managing a trade. The main thing you need to focus on is taking profitable trades. Number one thing, take profitable trades. Right? So if your trades are always going in loss, then your entries need to be improved. Risk is equal to monetary and stop loss? Exactly, yeah. Which is a percentage of the account, right? So that's a percentage of the account. 1%, 2%, 3%. That's just how I personally run it. $143 of us in here. Appreciate you guys showing up. Waiting for charts to give us a setup here. In the meantime, we have plenty of value. Giveaway is going to be done in 10 minutes. So we'll see who wins the giveaway. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. And yeah, if we can get up to 100 likes, just 20 more likes, I'd appreciate that. Be pretty cool. It's my morning flex, 100 likes. And yeah, if you guys didn't check out yesterday's video, after trying 5 Forex strategies, this is what worked for me. A lot of effort went into this video. This is quite a personal video. Talks about my journey. I show you my my book when I started trading. Right, I have a book where I took all my notes I think you guys will enjoy this video right here, to see my notes when I started, and you'll see that I basically started on the same journey as you guys, you know. I had a notebook full of BS notes, trend lines, I don't know what, boxes, Fibonacci, you name it. It's in that book. Right? So I speak about my experience. Right? I speak about what I did and what worked for me. Doesn't mean you should do it, but you can benefit from that. Your handwriting is so bad, bro, just like mine. Yeah, it's terrible. Very helpful video. I'm glad you liked it, man. You haven't answered my question. I haven't seen your question, my brother. If I don't see your question, there's a lot of people typing in the chat. So just repost it. I'll see it. Where is it? I found your question. I found your question. You don't need to retype it, my friend. He says, you look very positive and composed. How did you get to this stage? I mean, managing your psychology. Hope you do a video on that soon. I like that question. It's a good question. And I'm glad you pointed it out that I haven't answered, because it is a good question. It takes time. First of all, time is the biggest variable that we have, right? And you need to use it. The idea that people can expect, you know, to have everything answered for them in 2-3 months is unrealistic. To see consistency with the best training and education, right? Best training and education, focusing with someone who really can guide someone, I can probably see someone get profitable in 3 to 6 months, right? Which is huge, right? Because just in, you know, in reality, 1 year I was learning, 1 year, you know, it's huge just to do that in 3 to 6 months, even less, right? And I have run experiments with people who I've taught who are able to be, I know someone who recently just started and was able to see slight profitability within the first month, which is huge. Like I didn't even know what trend was after the first month, you know, because I was still looking for, you know, ways to trade and you know, it's just a disaster when you start that way. So the way that you become positive, composed, and your psychology is right is because you find a plan that you trust and you stick with it for a long time. And you don't trade anything outside of your plan. No matter what people say, no matter what people tell you, you'll have people who say you're wrong. You'll have people who say you're right. And most people will say you're wrong because people, unfortunately, are very opinionated. Go on any social media, everyone's sharing their opinion, right? And that's normal. That's how human nature works. And people are entitled to have their own opinion. But as a trader, you have to do what works for you and make sure whoever you're watching and learning from resonates with you, right? And make sure that it makes sense and they're showing their logic behind it, right? Because if they're struggling to explain something, high chance that they don't really trust their strategy themselves, right? Do you still consider trend lines irrelevant? Personally, I've learned price action from you since 2 months and I don't really consider SMC and trend line like you. I really want to know why. Thanks. Because smart money concepts never worked for me. I tried it, right? And trend lines are subjective. Support and resistance, you can't argue. Please argue with me and tell me why this resistance is not a resistance. You can't argue. This is a resistance, no question. On the 15-minute time frame, this is a resistance. We can't argue that. No way we can argue that. It's impossible, right? And if you do argue that, then you're an idiot. But a trend line like this, a trend line, I don't know, some random trend line that's drawn like this, I can't tell you you're right, I can't tell you you're wrong. These type of things, because it's what maybe makes sense for you, right? This can be argued. It's subjective. That's why it's not good. Previous two 4-hour candles are bearish, and the candles previous to that big bullish. That's why you consider buys? Exactly. Slams desk. I hope smart money traders watch it. If they keep an open mind and listen to the comparison you made using logical arguments, they'll truly be convinced that pre-A is the only consistent strategy. I think it is the most consistent and most profitable long term. I think short-term gains, month to month, smart money concept traders, once they get it, they'll see big returns because stop losses can be small. But the problem is, we need to think long term. What if smart money concepts stop working, right? What if all these order blocks, fair value gaps, liquidity, what if price stops liquidity grab? Because look at this. When GJ is moving mad, right? When GJ is moving mad, where's all my smart money traders, right? How are you going to trade? Where's the liquidity grab, sweep, fair value? I don't see it. All of my smart money traders are like, needs to be filled. This needs to be filled. This needs to be filled. Nothing's filled, brother. You waiting for everything to be filled, and you missed a 460 pip move. Whereas price action traders are like, oh, close above the range, let's go. Oh, support form, let's go. Oh, break of the high, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, this is stuff that the whole market has to change. Like, it's impossible for price action not to work. Why? Because price action is based on candles, some form of structure, and support and resistance. Every single market there is has candles, support and resistance, and some form of structure. There wouldn't be a market without that. The structure is either ranging, going up, going down. Candles are, of course, candles. And support and resistance, there'll always be some sort of support and resistance, because that's what candles do. Candles go up and down, creating support and resistance. So if you base your strategy on that, it's impossible for that, to get oversaturated or for that to stop working. Because if that stops working, then charts won't move. Because we just trade charts moving. We don't trade a concept on the chart, we just trade charts moving. Even though GJ, yeah, you can still sell below 182.260. I think below 182.260, there's some options for sells today to try tap into 182 here, 26, 25 pip range. I think if you're going to sell, that's where you're going to fire the bullet to do that. Yoshi? No problem. Thanks for letting me know. You shared a PDF in 2022 about entries. Hope to see another one, maybe extended version. Potentially, yes. There's a gap on my broker. I don't really like that gap on the broker. Makes me uncomfortable. You can sell into the gap and just go break even. But I don't think it's ready. I think if you're going to sell today, sell makes sense probably below 1923, right? Below 1923 is probably the best place to sell on gold. What countries have you been? A fair few. Most country I've been to is probably Maldives, actually. Gold is going to fill the gap, then continue up in New York. It's potential, but you can't say that until you see the confirmation of that happening. Alright? We'll watch gold. Gold is moving more than GJ. If you're going to sell, it's going to be below here. Selling after this close, maybe. But the range for me is a bit small. We'll have a look at it. 10 pips. Oh, 10 pips on gold is... Right? Your stop loss is always going to be bigger than 10 pips on gold, you know? What's the difference between support and resistance line and zones? Support and resistance lines are made right on the candle body, a zone can be drawn like this. Like this would be a whole support zone. That's a zone. It's not accurate because it's a zone. Anywhere in this zone, it can reject. But a support and resistance line is accurate, directly drawn on the candle body close. Exactly, Vlone. Yes, that's correct. Price action? Yes. You know, I have nothing against smart money concept, right? And I have nothing against it. The only problem I find with it is that it takes too long to learn. So you're wasting too much time learning instead of developing consistency. Because consistency takes a long time to develop, not learning. You know? NY streamer puts stop loss at 60 pips and take profit at 10 pips. Yeah, that's a bit harsh. You have to have a very... If your win rate is high, then that's good. The only problem is if you have an account balance that, like, you know, if you're risking, you know, let's say $6,000 to make $1,000, it's harsh the day, you know, unless you've had years of profits, then it's okay. It doesn't matter, right? If you've had years of profits, then you can risk 6K. But if you're someone who just started a new account and first you're going to start risking so much in the first trade, you take a couple of losses, it's going to set you back heavy, right? So also, if you take a big loss, right, like let's say a 60 pip loss and you only take profits at 10 pips, you probably then the next trade, you probably have to add multiple entries, you know, to try and make back that loss soon, you know. It's not about making back the loss, but, you know, you have to essentially make back 60 pips, otherwise you're not going to be profitable. Here we go, nice push here. To like the stream every day, super helping others to see valuable content. So guys, keep giving, you know, give the stream a like. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a like. We can get 100 likes, just 9 more likes for that, would appreciate it. Yeah, we need to consider support and resistance on 15-minute and stuff like that. It's important. So this is actually a gap, right? So it's not always the best to trade into a gap because you don't know where it's going to reject in the gap, right? So this is a gap here. You don't know if it's going to reject here, here, here. This is not an LTA. This is a gap, right? So we'll make that clear. This is gap on broker. Aim small, miss small. Yeah, always on the candle body. No bottom wick on the 30-minute time frame. Is that an issue? For what? For buys or for sells? For sells you're talking about, or for buys? This is what I mean about the rejection. Can happen anytime. Oh, that's not good. I took a sell on the 30-minute close, so I'll close it soon. Just go break even. You should be in profits. Yeah, go break even. I don't think there's any point of losing this trade. You're up 10 pips in profit. Stop loss is pretty big here. Your stop loss has to be at least above the 15-minute candle. So your stop loss is looking around, yeah, 22 pips, not bad. But I don't think there's a point of losing this trade. Especially that we tap first target. You'll have to watch. If this creates resistance now, you should be okay. If not, I think this is going to tap a break even. But yeah, if this 1 minute can close bearish and break the lows, you should get a good push here, and you should be fine. Should get a nice push. Oh damn, giveaway was announced. Giveaway was announced. Let's see the winner. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Here we go. UTC. What time is UTC? I don't want UTC. I want 10 o'clock my time. I have it here. Don't worry. Let's see. Let's edit this. Right? What time is it now? Dubai time. 4 hours ahead, so it's 6:35 a.m. Okay, so we'll do 6:38. Right, 6:38 we'll program it. So let's edit it here. Well, where's the time? Time. There it is. Let's go 6:30. 6:38, right? Apply. Oops, not 10:30, 6:30. All right, in 2 minutes. Save this. There we go. All right, in 2 minutes, giveaway will be done. Love your way all the way from South Africa. Appreciate you, brother. Good luck, everyone. Yep. Here we go, 1 minute. So let's have a look. 1 minute. Giveaway will be announced. Uh-oh. Let's have a look. Good luck to all. I don't know how this works. I'm so tempted to press the button. I would just want to press the button. But let's see how this works. Let's see how it selects a winner. Right, 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Good luck to all. Someone's strategy here was to enter last minute. So that's their strategy. Let's see if their strategy works. Last minute entry was their strategy. Should go now. Oh. Bro, this thing's broken. Come on. Let's go. Choose winner. Damn, there we go. It worked. Damn, this guy won. Damn. I think this is him in chat. So he's been a member since June. All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've seen him. He shows up. He shows up in streams. He shows up in streams. Congrats, brother. I'll message you on Discord. Be sure it's me that's messaging you, right? Look, I'll message you. Be sure it's me. Check that it's not a scammer, right? Make sure it's not a scammer. All right, make sure it's not a scammer. I'll message you. There we go. Oh yeah, he has. Damn. He was speaking to me yesterday. Can you believe it? He was speaking to me yesterday. That's super weird. Where is your name? Don't worry, next week another giveaway. Another giveaway next week. Next week we will be giving away 1 month free membership. Lobbying the giveaway. Seems like it, bro. Seems like it. That was fishy, man. But wasn't me. It was all from a Discord bot. Next week we'll have what's this called? 1 month free membership giveaway. We'll do that next week. 1 month free membership. KB is watching from Texas. I'm not Texas. Las Vegas. What time is it in Las Vegas? Man's up late. He's been playing the WSOP. Let's get likes on the stream for the giveaway. 99 likes. Can you explain what a gap on the broker is? Yes, simply made gaps are... People think that trading stops in the weekend, but it doesn't, because there is trading that happens after the weekend, or in the weekend, sorry. And that creates gaps, right? Because the brokers are closed. And since the brokers are closed and people are still trading, then we see gaps. 12:41 in MX, amazing. 2 hours later, wow. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Guys putting in the grind, showing up late. Yeah, we are at the bottom of the range. I need to see some more volume. What I would like to see is some sort of volume come in, liquidity grab, and then we go. That's super easy. If that happens, that's super easy. If that happens, we will take entries. We'll take entries if that happens. London Open soon. We'll see if London Open can bring some volume, and we'll take buys maybe from the bottom of the London Open range. We'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, did it on the left? Yeah, something like this. This is what I need to see. This shows volume. This candle shows volume, right? These 5-minute candles, look at the difference, right? Look at how nice these 5-minute candles, we have volume. Look at the, now there's not much volume, right? Everyone asks me, how do you see volume? Look how the candles are moving. Right, in the last 15 minutes, we've moved 10 pips. Not that bad, but still a bit slow. Alright, give me a sec. I'll just go to the toilet. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Thank you, thank you. I was saying 11:40 p.m. He'll be sleeping soon. I thought he was playing the WSOP. It's what been going on in Las Vegas, the WSOP. And yeah, just make sure you guys are watching the stream in real time by scrolling your scrubber, you know, your YouTube thing to the maximum. Yeah, GJ will, yeah, the seek bar, that's the one. Right, make sure you scroll your seek bar to the max. GJ has sell 260. Yeah, I think it will be best to sell below. In here, I think it's very risky to sell. Yeah, so gold failed to close below here. And GJ did close below. So technically this would be a trade if we're bearish. If today we're bearish, we would be taking sells at the break of the low. Very simple trade that would have been. So many will sell after this close on GJ. A lot. This will be the prime mistake they made. They would have, and most people don't wait for the lows to be broken. They're not patient enough. They would have just ripped it right now. Straight into drawdown. But they might get away with it. We'll see how the volume comes in. I'll wait for the 30-minute to close. For what? For gold, you mean? GJ, even if the 30-minute close below, we need to get below. For me, it's up to you what your plan is, but my plan is to get below 182, 260 before I sell. I think that's where the best sells will come. We can take buys to the top. Potentially, yes. We just need to see some volume in here, man. There's not much volume, so I can't rely. And you're not to the top, you're taking it back up to here, maybe 750. I just need to see volume. Your trade would be something like this, from here to there. That would be your trade. When you're trading ranges, you know. Maybe above 500 will be the cleaner move, above 500. Otherwise, we might just keep using 500 as resistance. UJ look good for longs? Let's have a look. Daily is nice close. Yeah, it's just a bit hard to long into this. There's not much area to trade in here. Maybe above this resistance here, 143.573. It's a lot of wicks though. I don't like all the wicks. So that's the only problem. Someone looking for 1 minute entry? Damn, now you guys are on to me. Then I'm just gonna stare at my phone so you guys don't know. Just gonna stare at my phone. Gonna have my phone, and then you guys don't know. What are you gonna do now? What are you guys gonna do now? Just be careful with this 5-minute knock closing above 500. It's interesting to see it not close above 500. Did we win today or lose? We're waiting. Okay, nice. Gonna probably close my position. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Did I get you guys? No, Snake Man. I didn't take. This is not ready yet. This was not ready yet. Too tough to take this. Now we're seeing some volume, but this could just reject, come down. It's not the same setup. That's not the same setup. That's different than the other time. Let's have a look at the difference. Right? Let's look at the difference. Look at the difference of the range here. It's a much easy, clean range. You see that range? Very easy and clean compared to today's range is not as clean. It's very messy here. So this could just be a pullback to continue lower. We don't know just yet. We will see at London Open. Maybe London Open can do something. If I see this reject now and come back, then come back, yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good if that happens. Why only buys today? Not only buys, but if I'm selling below 182, 260. I'm in on the 5 second. Hi everyone, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone new joining up. If you guys are new to the stream, appreciate having you. Plenty of value on the stream. Just be sure to leave a subscribe so you can join for future streams. We do stream Monday to Friday. So if you're not leaving a subscribe, then you won't join and then you miss out. And if you miss out, then it's upsetting, you know? It's like, why? Why would you miss out on free value? Why? You know? If I took this trade, stop loss would have to be 20 pips. It's too big. It's too big stop for this scalp. Early sellers are crying now? Yeah, they're definitely crying. They're out, right? Stop loss above the high. They just got wicked out. You know, they lost the trade already. Watch them try re-enter when it breaks the lows here and then continue up again. Watch. Yeah, gold is trying to get below. You need to wait for a closure. You need to wait for a closure at this time. I mean, that looks pretty juicy. But you need to wait for a closure. I don't like the gap. Gap can reject any time. Are you trading on funded account? No, I'm not trading on funded account, trading personal account. What will you recommend a good broker for the US is? problem is I haven't used any brokers that are in the US, so I can't personally recommend. You know, it's not something I'm only comfortable recommending something that I've used, right? Like if I ever recommend a broker, it's because I've used them for a while or I'm directly connected with the owner. Like I don't just affiliate. If I were to ever affiliate with a brokerage, I would affiliate with ones that I'm directly connected with the owner. Like I would want to be part of the brokerage, not just an affiliate. And I wouldn't really want an affiliate link, to be honest. I don't like that. Hi, I'm learning a lot from your old videos and I'm confident and profitable. Trading is fun now. Thanks. Amazing, man. Amazing. Happy to hear that, brother. To sit better. What I would love to see is I'd love to see this reject suddenly, and then we take a big balls move, diamond hands, and buy from there. I should not really be talking about this on stream, but anyways. Any offshore brokerage recommendation? I use the big guys, right? I use IC Markets. They've been around for a long time. You know, that I just use them. How many hours do you trade per day? Serious time at the charts, 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours serious time, where I'm like fully attentive. I'd say 3 hours basically, not 4. 3 hours at the chart, full attention, and then if I don't get a trade in that period, maybe and I think that there'll be a nice setup later, I'll have a look at the chart. I'll flick it on whenever I think there'll be volume in the market. You know, quick glance at New York until I see a setup. If I'm not directly in the chart, then I only need to check the chart once every 15 minutes, right? I just need to check the charts once every 15 minutes because that's when the candles close. 30-minute looks good rejection. Yeah, it does. We'll see how this closes in 3 minutes. I want to see this pull down, then continue up. If this pulls down, then I like that. Is it possible to use a broker from where you're at, but able to reside in the US? I don't think so, because you have to do proof of, for the broker I used, I had to do proof of address. There are some offshore brokers that are allowed to put your country as something else, but I've never used them before, so I'm not too sure. But I do know people in US like to use a broker like Hanko Trade. I've heard that name, but I've never used it, so please don't take my word. Take it with a massive grain of Himalayan pink salt. Some traders are saying MT4, MT5 will remove non-regulated brokers. Well, if they do that, then they lose a lot of money, right? MT4, MT5 will lose a lot of money. So I don't think they'll do it, man, because they lose a lot of money. And what regulation, right? Nice move here. Wonder if we get some volume. Are you in any trade now? No, if I'm in a trade, you'll see it on the screen. Interesting close. No, I don't believe there's a direct correlation. Let's see what we get on this close. What's gold doing? So gold will close below as well, but I don't like this wick. Trading in wicks in London session is very dangerous. They normally end up rejections. So this popped no bottom wick. I mean no top wick on gold. Now GJ looks like it wants to continue up here. Close that resistance here. 1 hour is at resistance here. It's not the nicest, guys. Not the cleanest at the moment. We're at resistance here. So the worst thing we can do is to buy at resistance. Right? Would you consider streaming in New York? The problem about streaming in New York for me is time. You have to understand to manage everything. I have to do tasks that pay me money, right? Streaming here, I love to do it. I love the value it gives. But streaming for 8 hours in a day is not going to be good. Or 6 hours in a day is hard for me, right? It's hard. So to sit on a direct stream without being able to do other tasks. Because when I'm on stream, I have to keep the screen open and everything. If I'm just in like a chat room or something like that, it doesn't matter because I can still do other tasks that I need to get done. Yeah, little range play. I think from the bottom of the range here, I did not see the formation I wanted to see. Because this was the pure bottom of the range. So I didn't really see the formation I wanted to see. I think the only entry option you had was this entry here. Break of this high. Which I wanted to see close. My rules was if the 5 minute could close above 182,500, I would have tried it. But it did not close above 182,500. It closed below it. So that's why I didn't take that trade there. But I mean, we're forcing a trade here, guys. It's Monday. You shouldn't be forcing anything. And just look at this market. This is a classic, right? Crab market, right? This is a crab market. I've declared I brought out the crabs. This is a crab market. So really, you're not missing out on anything. Right? So bring out the crabs. Yeah, recently it has been a bit slow. Now I have to look at the chat up here because my iPad's out of charge. Forgot to charge it yesterday. I have to charge so much for stream. Charge camera, charge iPad, charge this, charge that, charge phone. Everything needs charge. Right? Life even needs charge, right? You need to pay for stuff. That's the charge we get. There we go. Crabs in the chat. So we're not really missing anything, guys. We're not missing anything. If this was like an end of the week and we have profits to blow, we could have played and had some fun taking buys from the bottom of the range. So that would have been fun. But yeah, it's not something we take on a Monday, right? It's not something we take on a Monday. This is like a 60% win rate. If it closed above 500, really, just the difference between closing below 500 and closing above 500 is going to be like 20% more. You get maybe 70%, I mean 10% more. 75% win rate if we were to close above 500. My wife needs a charge? Bro, I'll leave that up to you, brother. That's your job. Right? Damn, man. Gold popped up, right? Yeah, exactly. I see this a lot. These wicks on gold. London session. No comprende. I'm on B, so no risk. Yeah, fair enough. B. You have 3 pips of breathing room. 3 pips. May the pips be with you. May the pips be with you. Let's do analysis for him. Yeah, that looks good. The thing I see happen a lot on 1 minute is this candle pops up to somewhere in this zone here and then rejects. So if you can get above this zone, you're okay. If not, this is going to be your problem. Watch this. Yep. So until you get above the zone on 1 minute, it's going to be your problem. And there we go. We're in a range, right guys? We're in a range. We can't expect big moves. It's doing nothing. 5-minute close bearish. It's probably going to come back down to the bottom of the range. And there we go. Oh, gold, not GJ. Okay. Yeah, on gold you're still okay. You're still surviving on gold, huh? Still surviving, almost. Yeah, now just leave it. Either break even or TP. That's the next choice. You have break even or TP. At the moment, it's higher percent chance to hit your break even. But one candle can change that. The CBDC rollout in July in the US, is that when they're releasing the CBDCs? They're speaking about a lot more regulation. That's been a threat over the weekend, is that banks are speaking a lot more about regulation because now they want banks to have more balance in their, just to hold more balances. So that's interesting. And we see like Goldman Sachs firing executive positions. Easy TP at 1920. Yeah, if this 5-minute closes below, I think your target should be 1921. 1921 should be your target, not 1920. Yeah, I think guys, I'm gonna call it. Nothing much for me at the moment. Gold is in a zone where I don't really want to be trading it. GJ is crabbing very hard today. Crab market on GJ. Plenty of information we got through today. It was very interesting to see. But, you know, since we came to the charts, GJ was here. Since we came to the charts, GJ has moved 14 pips up, 5 pips, 14 pips down, 5 pips up. Nothing much we can do. Sometimes the market's going to be like this. It's coming towards the end of the month. We have speeches this week. And it is in summer, right? Summer months are typically slower. So we have to be a bit more patient. Buys do not make sense at the moment. I don't think so. I would not buy. And yeah, gold is just not, it's not doing much at the moment. So crab market means it's going sideways, right? Because crabs move sideways. So crab market means it's going sideways. And yeah, there's nothing much we can do when price is going sideways. It is tradable. Like we could have taken this 1 minute buy here. This would have been the trade of the day. 1 minute buy. But on a Monday, I didn't want to take such a risky position. That's 16 pips. That's enough to make a living. So just so people understand, we can take trades. But as a Monday, I didn't want to take anything too crazy. But if we get stuck in the range this week, if this week we're stuck in a range, we can trade the range. It's not too much about the analysis, right? So it's not too much of a problem. We'll be able to figure it out. So yeah, guys, that's basically that. And 16 pip, what's your usual profit? 16 pips will be around 1.1. Yeah, 1.1k. So depends on this trade. I adjust my lot size. I range from 5 lot to 10 lot. That's basically what I'm doing, right? 5 lot to 10 lot. Oh, here's some movement. So yeah, sells. If some volume comes into the chart now and sells get below 182.260, that should be good. Let's have a look what's going on now. Yeah, sells. If we get below 182.260, sells will make sense. I'll update in the Discord, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And yeah, appreciate you guys showing up as always. Sometimes, we'll be able to trade the range if it remains in here. Don't worry about that. You can't dictate what the market's going to do, but plenty of knowledge today. Again, appreciate everyone showing up. Hope to catch you guys on tomorrow's stream, and we continue smashing the markets here. And yeah, just watch below 182, 260. That's where your trades are going to come now, right? So yeah, amazing, guys. Wait. Before we leave, look at this. We have some movement here, guys. I'll have to stay. Oh, we have some movement here. I guess I'll stay for this 15 close. I thought it was gonna be dead, but it's not dead. Look at this, we have movement. Wow. Or just don't give us an entry. And we're back. Yeah, we're back for this 15-minute close. Let's have a look. Because we have some movement here. Why 260? Because of this reason. The exact reason you're seeing this rejection could have happened anywhere inside of here, and that's not what I wanted to. I don't want to be, look, if you took sells here, immediate rejection, 15 pips, immediate 16 pip rejection. Look at that. Right? And that rejection could have happened anywhere inside of here, and that's why I want to wait below, because below here is the least probability of that happening. Big stop loss? Yeah, it will be a big stop loss, but we'll have to use the lower time frame. If this 15-minute doesn't close below, then I'll call the stream. If the 15 closes below, then I'll continue. Yeah, gold is pumping. That's why we got the drop on GJ. That's what I mean. Remember what I said. Selling into a gap, it can reject at any time. It's the exact reason. Right? I didn't know. If this was an LTA, at least we can expect to fill some of it. But it was a gap, right? If it closes above, can we look for buys? I think best buys will be above 1929. It's a big stop loss, huh? Minimum stop loss here is 27 pips. 27 pip minimum stop loss. We'll see how the candle closes. If it closes above, it will be tough. It's a very risky position that. You'd need at least a 5-minute. If a 5-minute closes back, possibly, yeah, but that's a very advanced entry. Very hard to explain how to take that. Yeah, not the best close here. You at least need a 5 minute to close below at this point. At this point, at least a 5 minute to close below. This can end up being a fake out, which then could end us leading us, taking us to the top of the range. That's an advanced entry, but yeah. I'd prefer to see at least a 5 minute close below. Be careful even with this. This could just make a top wick flip, reject here, and then go up again. It's rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times at the moment, right? So nothing much. We'll have to be patient at the moment, but I appreciate you guys showing up to stream. Always a pleasure to have you guys on stream. And yeah, it's not doing. We have to be patient here. Setup is going to take some time. We're not seeing the best, but that's basically that. Appreciate you guys as always. Have an amazing day and hopefully catch you on the next stream. So that being said, take care, trade sharp, and until next time. Peace.